Okay. Good evening, everyone. John Moody of Moody Mystery. I'm going to be streaming a lot this week. I'm going to be, Ninja Smoke Puff. I'm going to be, Monday, I'm going to be streaming Ultima 4 NES. I'm going to be skipping Tuesday. Wednesday, I'm going to be streaming Wizardry 7 again. It seems like I love to do that twice a week. Thursday, which is Halloween, Premium Pocket Sand to the Eyes. Roll D20 to dodge. Now, do I want a low number or a high number? That's what I want to know, yeah. Okay, high. Okay, good. So, and then Thursday, it's a Halloween. Ninja Smoke Puff. I don't know if they go for it. Well, do what most DMs do. If they don't know that they go for it, you know what? 15 sounds good. 15 sounds good. Yeah, we'll do 15. Okay. And then Friday, of course, that's going to be the Wizardry 5. So, and the Ultima I'm going to be playing on Thursday is Ultima 7 Serpent Isle. So Ultima 7 Part 2. I finally got that running again. Okay, so here we go. We're going to go back to this. Okay, W7A3, we're going to load it. And you can see we're in Orkogre Castle. So let's save it as A4. Gonna save it. Then you always want to, right afterwards, you want to go to the configuration, make sure that it says that. Now, one thing I cannot do for some reason, I cannot change the music. So I have a feeling it's possible that the music settings may be different from my from what I have, because I think I have a sound blaster, but the fact that I got a new computer, maybe things are different. Okay, so we're going to resume play. So let's see where we are. Which I don't mind. I have some music I'd like to play anyway. Okay, I'm not trying to be manipulative, but character 3, no one's renaming it because that used to be DFortae, and I think no one no. But I've decided that I'm going to choose the name. Okay, add me. Well, there's I think there's a channel point redeem. I think there's a channel point redeem you can do if you want, but it has to be less than 7 characters. Yeah, a premium pocket sand I think is a little more than 7 characters. So secondhand schizophrenia. You know, if you can think of a name, go for it. But again, it has to be 7 characters or less. Okay, so let's see where we are. I probably need to, because it's usually things are running together. Let's see. Okay. Ooh. Oh yeah, so we ended up. Okay, Sand Plus. Let me Hey, I don't know if I can do a plus character, but I'll try. You got it. Okay, schizophrenia, there you go. Congratulations. So now we've got all our characters named. Okay, so yeah, you are a fairy ninja. Oh, just wait until you get the just wait till you get the if you get a chance, get either the cane of corpus and or the rod of sprites. Oh boy. Okay. In the far corner of the supply depot are a number of barrels and several crates. Hey, maybe this is the store called Crate and Barrel. Sparkle detects something. Inspecting the barrels, they contain pieces of a dried, horrid brown, leathery-like substance completely caked with salt. Sniffing one of the chunks of brown, your stomach immediately curdles. Investigating the crates next, you pry one open and discover jars filled with the organs and internals of animals immersed with a thick, oozing liquid. Dusting off the top of the crate, you discern the following markings. Monk. Oh yay! We've got salted monk meat and monk innards. Woohoo! Now, I'm going to take this just because I can sell it. Now, one trick you can use is you can combine things. So, you see here I have separate salted monk meat. So I have 5, 5, and 4. So what I can do is I can merge them. I can merge this, I get 9. I can merge this, I get 14. And we can do the same with the monk innards. We can be like, now I don't know if we'll need either one of them. I'm still taking them anyway. I've got a moonstone here. I probably should drop it off at the entrance. At the entrance, just because. Now, by the way, this room next door is essentially an armory. Is essentially an armory, so we're gonna inside the armory are racks of spears, lances, bows, and arrows, and along the far wall are bundles of old leather coverings. Okay, so we've got a bunch of spears and lances. I'm just gonna leave these behind. These are nothing to us. Armor, boots, nah. They may be better than we have, but I'm not going to chance it. I'm just going to assume that they're not, because I don't want to be sorting through all of this. Now, this is the one I'm interested in, because we have arrows. See, there's lots of arrows here, so we can So hopefully we can take some of these arrows. Okay, we're going to leave the bows behind. Okay, so we're going to see what our arrows are. So arrows, Cupid arrow, that's nice. Precision arrow, that's also pretty nice. Let's see what Donkey has right now. Donkey has barbed arrows. Okay, good. And there may be elm arrows, so let's see if there's... Let's see. Okay, so we got some arrows. Okay, barbed arrows, so we can combine those. Now, whenever you merge something, you noticed that the barbed arrow, that it's no longer green. That means it's no longer equipped, so we have to equip it. Okay, let's see. DFortae didn't have any more arrows. Elm arrows, so we can merge those with elm arrow. Good, okay. Whoa. So it looks like Donkey's got arrows for a while. Okay, so we've raided the armory. So now we've got a crown key. So we need to let's see what we do with this. Okay, so let's get out of here. Okay. So this is where the prisoners are. Now let's drop our moonstone right here. Moonstone is not needed till later. So I'm just going to drop it here for now, because we're going to have to exit this dungeon anyway. Ad break is coming up soon, so just letting y'all know. So when the ad break does start, what you do is you can just simply go to just relax. Relax, just relax, have some fun. Okay. So Donkey's our cartographer, our map person. Okay. Okay, ooh. Okay. So these monsters look to be pretty tough. Good, I see we have our buffs on. And I know if DFortae were here, he'd be like, good, you at least have magic screen going. I'm also watching some pro football. Those of you, I think it was Chicago Bears Washington Commander game. That was quite the ending. I'll just say that. Okay. Okay, so we're probably going to do our usual mind flay. And we're also going to do, oh, let's do nuclear blast. I don't think we've done a lot. Oh. Okay, there is an ad break, so it's time for you to do something, like if you need to go to the bathroom. Okay, ad break is over, so welcome back, everyone. And we were about to cast a nuclear blast. And now, I'm just going to say, you know, we're actually lucky to have some very powerful characters. If we didn't have such powerful characters that can cast like long range, like multiple group spells, what we'd almost have to do is we'd almost have to hopefully have conjuration, or illusion, and conjure something and knock on wood that we get a decent monster. Because I've cast some level 4 conjurations, and let's just say I've gotten some, how can I say this, duds. You know, and especially if you have like 4 or 5 groups, and you want monsters that can cast spells, you know, like group spells, or can special abilities. So here we go. Now that being said, if let's say you get like a dragon or a frost giant that breathes, keep in mind that they could get exhausted pretty quick. Bye-bye, monsters. Those Gorn Rangers are just falling like nobody's business. Wasabi orcs are out for... Whoa, we made a... Whoa. Quite the level up to Forte. Nice. 4 hit points. Ooh, look at that academia. So, sling. Physical, we're going to do 2 on scouting and 2 on climbing, because there is some climbing in this game, and if you're like, nah, that won't happen. Yes, there is a possibility that you could actually if you're trying to climb, you could tumble down and die. Let's see. Learn a new psionic spell. Now, let's see what's out there. So we have nothing in the fire realm. Water realm, we have weaken and slow. Whirlwind and sleep. I kind of like whirlwind. Make wounds is nice, but it doesn't. Let's see. Ooh, I like this. See, this is now. You may say locate person isn't that great of a spell, but notice that it's 16 spell points to cast. So what that means is that it's really going to boost our mental spell points. So that's the idea behind it. Good evening, Wolfsight CDN. It's Orkogre time. Okay. Ninja's not quite 100%, so let's top them off. Everyone else I think is pretty good. So hope you're doing well, Wolfsight CDN. Hope you're making more progress on your Wizardry 7. I know I think last I remember you did the beans. Yeah, you did the bean you successfully did the bean puzzle. So okay, cool. Getting experience, that sounds like a plan. Or as I like to say, where's Murphy's ghost when you need him? On the floor of the corridor, you notice a few dark red stains. Blood. Inspecting the bloody stains further, you detect small faded spots as if diluted and washed by falling water droplets. Gazing upward, a small pinpoint of light glimmers from the ceiling. No doubt the leak has proven more resourceful than the roof patchers. Actually reminds me of my roof. I was trying to sell my house. Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about, and I'm not going to say much about it, but oh boy. Oh boy. Now, so you see that we've got Gorn Shamans, Gorn Leaders, 2 Monks, 5 Gorns, 5 Gorn Rangers. Now, the Gorn Leaders actually don't worry me too much. The Gorn Shamans and Gorn Rangers, they do I'm worried about them because of the spells they can cast. So again, we're going to go with our Mind Flay. We're going to go level level 4. Hellgraph. Let's do a level 4 Falling Stars. And hope none of us get silenced. Okay, if I remember, Gorn Shamans don't have much hit points, so Gorn Leaders, the fact that the monks didn't die means that they're probably either Dark Forest monks, ninjas, mad warders. Those are some of the worst. Oh darn, Hellgraph stumbled blindly. Boy, they're really going after DFortae. Okay, ooh. So it was the monk ninjas that blinded us. So now the thing is, I'm not sure if monk ninjas, if they're ninjas, they may use alchemy magic, which means we cannot silence them. At least I think. Okay, so what I think I'm going to do is, okay, so I'm going to see if the bard can't put the, let's see what spells. Ooh, psionic fire, I like it. Okay, good. And welcome on in, everyone. This is John Moody of Moody Mystery, and hopefully we won't have any issues with the stream doing its usual hijinks. Oh, we're just gonna go for it because I think these leaders are pretty heavily damaged. Let's do a, yeah, Murphy's Ghost. Yep. And let's have you cast a spell, DFortae. I was going to use a Cure Light Condition potion, but I want to save those more for emergencies. And what I mean by emergencies is if something comes up, we... I'm still going to take the potion because... and scroll because it could be useful. I'm actually going to rest here quickly. Okay, good. And let's see what they are, because the potion's probably some type of healing. Oh yes, heavy heal. Let's see, does someone else have a heavy heal? Yep. So we're going to merge it. And let's see, you have a scroll. Crush, okay. Okay, so let's okay. And the bow I'm not too worried about. Really, game? Seriously? Okay. Now the fact that most of them are rangers and spearmen, I'm not gonna really go all out with the spells. In other words, I'm not gonna put them up at like a super high level. Hellgraph, let's see. Let's have you do level 3 nuclear blast instead. Okay, looks like we got some gate action going on. Okay, gate action means I heard something, something in the distance, A gaggle of whispers quickly hushes as you enter the chamber. Okay. Now, it's weird the term gaggle, because usually when I think of the term gaggle, it's usually not just a group, but a group that tends to be very loud and talkative. Like they say a gaggle of people, and you've got like they're yapping. Okay, here we go. Okay. Now, if you notice a few of the Gorns, they have those rods with like the blue circles around them. Those are your Gorn shamans. Those are your Gorn shamans. They're again. So we've got rangers and shamans. They're not to be trifled with. And so, but still, I'm only gonna go a mind flay. I'm only gonna go like down there. And Hellgraph, we're gonna do that. And let's see, we've got all our buffs. Gaggle of Goxin. Okay, so we've got a chest, which is probably going to mean more useless stuff. Which is probably, yeah, as I said it, more useless stuff. Now we could, so let's see what we've got here. Okay, so 8, so it cannot be 3, 5, or 7. It's got to be 8. Great, it's a guardian. It's a guardian. Okay. So donkey, let's have you disarm it. I'm not seeing any red here. Yay! Okay. I'm going to take the purple potion. And I am going to take the blue potion. And I'm going to take the yellow potion. I'm not going to worry about any of the scrolls. That being said, if I want, I can come back to them if I need them. Okay, so let's see what we've got here. Potion. Oh yeah, Cure Stone. See, purple potions are usually some type of curatives. Most of the time, usually purple is either a cure stone, cure paralysis, or a cask of ill repute. And if you get a cask of ill repute, what you do is you just save it and sell it to the next merchant that you come across. Cold bomb. I'll keep it. Nah, I'm gonna drop it. I'm not. I thought maybe it was a curative, but it's not. Heavy stamina. I know someone else here has some heavy stamina. Oh yeah. Heck yeah. And that's keep in mind in Iron Man, you know, you actually do those heavy stamina potions, you do want them because you never know when you're going to need them. You may need them unexpectedly. You know, especially if you've got two characters paralyzed, both who can cast, let's say, stamina. So you want someone to cast stamina. A gaggle of whisper quickly hushes as you enter the chamber. What's with this gaggle of whispers? What's with this? I can't believe it. They've given me all of these 5 group monsters, rangers, monk ninjas, Gorn shamans, and they finally come through with some Gorn spearmen. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Here we go. I'm just gonna melee. It's just. I mean, our goal here should actually be not to lose any hit points from, you know. And just FYI, the Gorn Spearmen and Ratkin Rogues, I can actually live with these, so let's have you sleep the Ratkin Rogues. These should be pretty easy. You know, the Gorn Spearmen should be pretty easy. Oh, they're all asleep. How do you know that? You see it says 7 Ratkin Rogues, but again, you see a 0 in parentheses. That means all of them are incapacitated in some form. They could be sleeping, they could be paralyzed, they could just be out of stamina, they could be petrified. But we're just gonna really, it's probably just a plain old spear that you're giving us. Okay, Gixxer detects something now. Usually you have your scouting ability, but you notice that whenever you see like a little circular kind of a button on the wall, that usually means there's, you know, it could mean like a secret door. It could just be a button where you push where it maybe opens up something else. But here we go. And after the next ad break, I'm actually going to talk a little bit about my first full week of working out. Which I'm going to say today was probably the most eye-opening day, but I'll just leave it at that. Okay, oof. Okay, I'm betting that the Gorns are Gorn leaders. They're not born leaders, they're Gorn leaders. Hee 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 hee. Okay. Sorry. The one group that worries me are the monk ninjas. The Gorn Lancers, I can hack and slash them. The Gorns, if they are Gorn leaders. And how do I know they're not Gorn shamans? I don't see them with the fancy rods with the blue things on them. With the blue things surrounding it. So that's how I know. So here we go. So we're going to focus our efforts all on the monk ninjas. We're gonna Poet's Loot, see if we can't sleep some of them. DFortae. Now see what we're gonna do instead of trying to just need a side of Gorn bread to make the tea go down easier. We're gonna do Psionic Fire. And we are going to do, oh boy, Ice Ball. I think those two spells should be enough to take care of the monk ninjas. Now I'm going to say this. I think we got a little lucky there because the monk ninjas did not okay, it's letting you know there is an ad break that's coming up soon. Okay, so here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, so we're gonna go after the Gorn leaders, and what we're gonna do is we're going to sleep the Gorn Lancers. We're actually fortunate that the monsters are low enough level here that the Poet's Loot is fairly effective. Holy shnikes! These Gorn leaders have like some hit points to them. Okay, yay, Gorn Lancers, again, 0, so they're all asleep. I'm just wondering, what do Gorn Lancers dream of? What do they dream of? You know, makes me wonder. Donkey, we're going to have you hide. So here we go. And also on Halloween, I'm going to be throwing out a lot of Halloween puns. Okay, I want to welcome on Tim. Come on, Tim. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for coming on in. Again, I've also, if you go to my Twitch and click on schedule, I actually have next week's schedule mapped out, including the return of Ultima 7. Ultima 7 Serpent Isle. I need to catch up on where I am, but okay. Yep. So, okay. Let's see. What do we have? Spear. Yeah. Poleaxe. No. Nothing against them, but the last thing we need is weapons, because I think we've got some pretty good weapons here. Okay. Oh, there's a gate. Now, a lot of times if you see a gate, and then sorry, I like to also explain the game a little bit. If you see a gate, a lot of times there's a special key that you need to open it. So a lot of times it's like, well, wait a minute, why can't I get it open? Ah, the throne room. Only the faint distant auras of burning candles are visible beyond the gate. Now, speaking of auras, I've always wondered what color was my aura. You know, like what color aura do I have? Okay. Ooh, Gorkonga, the killer ape. A large crystal clear window in front of you permits viewing into the small chamber beyond it. As you stand there looking through the transparent wall, a small furry ape-like creature whizzes past you inside the enclosed area, making faces as he passes. Okay. I'm sorry I cannot make any more funny faces, because according to SpongeBob SquarePants, if I make too many funny faces, my facial expression will become permanent. So, you watch him for a few moments. He jumps and down, climbs the walls of his caves, and makes occasional obscene This is my kind of a making obscene gesture from which he seems to derive a rather smirking sense of satisfaction. I would maybe reproduce some of those obscene gestures, but last thing I want to do is I want to have like a get a penalty for like violating Twitch terms of service. Of course, that being said, if they still allow hot tub streams, I think I can probably get away with it, but I didn't say that. It appears he enjoys well the role of being Orkogre Castle's star attraction. This is a pun. Best way to fight the ape, use guerrilla tactics. Okay. Okay, I'm probably going to go into this room, and I'm probably going to regret it. Huh. Okay, so now I'm on level 2, it looks like. Okay, there's another gate. And an open door. So it looks like I'm going to have to go through the open door. Okay. I don't got armor plate on anymore, but I do at least have magic screen. What I'm waiting on a time when magic screen wears off so I can rest for a little while. See, one thing people will do, some players will do, they'll rest with all their buffs on, and before you know it, they're gone. I usually like to wait and then so I don't waste them. Okay, so let's go in. Let's see what's waiting for us. 7 Gorns. I don't know what they are. I don't think they're Rangers, because Rangers usually only go up to 6. They're either Spearmen, in which case, woohoo! Or they're Lancers, in which case, woohoo! But not, excuse me, for Lancers, woohoo! Not as much as enthusiasm for the Lancers. I think they're Lancers, just because Spearmen usually take about 15 points of damage. These are taking on the order of 30 points of damage. Oh crap! They're Rangers. They're Rangers. Crap! I didn't think Rangers came in groups of 7. Of course, if DFortae were here, he's going to be telling me, oh, that's my difficult mod. Expect the unexpected. Okay. Okay, yay, we have a lever. Now, you hear the gate. I'm hoping, knock on wood. Wait a minute, this isn't wood. Oh, thank you. Okay, so it looks like we can go one of 2 ways here. The room is a rather austere sleeping chamber, being distinguished by the mounted head of a large carnivore above a flat wooden slab, undoubtedly a grand display of local taste in resting comfort. Oh yeah! That's what I always wanted to see when I stay in a Motel 6, Yeah! Let's have some, bear that someone shot, above the bed. Oh, yeah. Sparkle detect something. Ooh, press button. Ooh. Okay, here is a gate and a chest behind it. You lost me at Motel 6. Oh. Well, Motel 6 is Gixxer. Well, Motel 6 is what I would call it's like the bargain basement of motels. There's a chain, it's called Motel 6. They're usually the cheapest. And they're known for being like chintzy, like, some of the rooms maybe go for like 40, 45 a night, but you pretty much get the bare basics. They don't even have a breakfast. Although a lot of places they've actually stopped. Some of the places that used to have like a continental breakfast, they stopped doing it. But that being said, I think some more are starting to get back because there's been a bit of a backlash. Oh, the room is dry and stolid, its only feature being a single large mattress stuffed with sticks against the far wall. Okay, so far wall, but yeah, that's what Motel 6 is, And I'm just going to give you a tip. If you're traveling and you know that you need to stay at a motel, you may think it's silly, even like on a Wednesday night, but make a reservation. Because sometimes what happens is maybe there's a Wednesday and like there's some big like maybe tournament or something like, maybe Pinball Expo, some big whatchamacallit, and like all the hotels within a 40-mile radius are booked. Under the mattress you discover a set of brushes and combs made of bone and stiff bristly hairs. A flat plate of polished steel lying underneath mirrors a dull but accurate reflection of your likeness. Now that being said, it's not. I'm gonna say they've been really trying to do their best to rehabilitate the image of of the motel, but it's one of those things. I just need to see it for myself. But if all you want is a room and not much more, you're good to go. And maybe a shower, place to hang your hat, and you're, leaving, yeah, and it's the cheapest, go for it. Although I will say that I do have a bit of an interesting Motel 6 story. It was about, I think I got to Motel 6 and I checked in, and what I did is they assigned me a room, and I went to the room, and I opened the door, and someone says, "What?" I got yelled at, and I'm like, "Sorry." And I went immediately back and say, "You gave me." And I told them, you gave me a room that, someone else was in. And let's just say, I kind of got on them, and actually I got a decent discount. I said, I appreciate it, but you need to give the discount also to the person who I intruded upon. If anyone, they deserve it more than me. Oh, I said I was gonna, well, I'm gonna be honest with you. My first week of working out with weights, I mean, I was doing walking, but with weights, I'd say went fairly well. A couple things I learned. First, especially my right rotator cuff is not the best. It just needs. It just needs is it just needs a little bit of loosening. It's like I haven't done weights in like since. Here, what I'll actually I'll look it up. What the heck? I'll look it up. Let's see. So we've got and 11. Let's see. When was it? Wow. Almost a year. My last one entry was November 22nd, 2023. And so anytime you haven't worked out in a year, there's lots of rust. There's lots of rust, and so far it wasn't bad. Ooh! Elgraph, congratulations. Personality, strength, speed. Okay, not bad. Ooh, 7 hit points. Nice. Let's get you up in shield. 2 climbing, 2 scouting. Let's get you up in diplomacy. New bishop spell, let's see. Okay. A lot of great spells here. I like Purify Air. But I like Lightning too, boy. Let's go with, I'm slightly leaning towards Lightning because it's going to give me more fire spells. I don't think I'm quite there yet, okay? You know, that's an admirable goal. Okay, that's quite a nice goal, but I don't know if I'm going to ever get that far. Okay, Okay, so we're back here. But yeah, it's as I said, it was just the and I also noticed that I had a that I also had that my weight was really way down. In other words, the weight I could lift. But I'll be honest with you, today was the day. So I'm ready to do legs. Leg day, I do my warm-ups, leg curls, and then I start like with leg presses. And I do my usual weight, and I'm like, ouch. It's like my joints were like screaming. Oh, reduce the weight. Ouch. Joints were still screaming. So I pretty much almost had to go all the way down to pretty much nothing. You know, almost no weight, just so my joints would not just so my joints would not like, you know, scream in pain. So, but that tells me something. That tells me that my knee joints, I need to really be careful. Okay. So keep that in mind if you're doing weights. Be careful. You know, of course, you know, a few dark stains, blood. Now, if you remember here, there was like pinpoint of light. Okay. Now remember that I think somewhere we have a polished steel plate, and let's see if the polished steel plate can do anything. Let's see if the polished steel plate does anything. On a hunch, you reflect the leaking beam of light into the sanctum gate. Ooh. Now, this is the point at which we can drop the polished steel plate. Now, some of you may say, well, why are you keeping the bones in the comb? Moody will bridge the Americas into a triad while doing well. Mercatos Outer Sanctum. Okay. So all our buffs are gone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slowly get back up to full spell strength. But honestly, I don't see me doing such feats of strength, because I've seen some of those people on the strongman and strong woman, and some of them, I hate this, I'm not complaining, but some of them do border a bit, on maybe, I'm not sure of their health, When Graham invented the development, he already had 3 missed calls from Moody. Y'all, this Neos for breakfast. All of this stuff. This sounds like This sounds more like stuff Chuck Norris would do. You're giving me some great ideas for Chuck Norris feats. Okay, let's. There, I threw one of mine in there. That's kind of my own creation. Okay, so let's go into Mercato's Outer Sanctum. Holy shnikes! Okay, now, so I know the first group are Gorn Shamans, because I see the special rods. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, let's see, DeFortae, okay. Let's cancel this, Gixxer. Sparkle, I want you to at least cast Magic Screen. DeFortae, let's have you do Mind Flay. Let's have you go level, oh boy. Okay, let's do a high-level Falling Stars. Let's see what happens. Who needs Superman to wear his underwear on the outside of his pants? See, we're taking care of most of the Rangers, but when the lead comes to the leaders, we're not gonna. The leaders are going to. Movie will wrinkle the fabric of time to expedite release of the next mainline Wizardry game. Darts, let's see if these are any good. The sanctum appears to be a small meditation chamber, for quietly centered underneath the candles on the far wall sits a fluffy purple cushion surrounded by numerous symbols engraved upon the floor. Okay, I'm pretty sure it's here. Kixer detects something. Under the cushion, you find a tiny indenture in which there resides a red button. Chant mantras, push the button, leave alone. Let's have some fun. Let's chant mantras. Push the button. A clatter of falling debris hits the floor with a crash. Okay. Okay, so ad break coming. Ad break is coming up. 19, okay, so we've got an ad break coming up, everyone. So, oh yeah, it's not here yet, so we're gonna... Oh, look! A cubby hole. How convenient. Okay, let's see what these darts are. Feather darts, no. Not even. Several years' worth of uncollected garbage lies scattered about floor, having been dumped when you errantly opened the cache. Apparently Mercatos took the easy route to good housekeeping. Yeah, why not? Just like, you know, it's like, okay, let's clean up the house. Okay, oh, we'll just throw everything in the attic and we'll be done with it. Nope. Doesn't work that way, because I'm likely moving soon, so I'm right now I'm actually cleaning up. I'm making like there's like so many things I didn't even use. So searching through the trash, you find a sealed parchment and a ring of keys. Okay, ad break is over. Welcome back. Okay, so we have a ring of steel keys, which we're definitely taking, and we've got a scroll. Mercato's last words. Upon this old scroll you read the hastily scrawled message. We are betrayed! Assassins have penetrated the castle quickly. There is no time to reach my inner sanctum. The answer is there, and the prison the key. Okay. So notice that it talks about the prison. Okay, so it talks about the prison. Okay, so it talks about the prison. So what I'm going to assume is that the ring of steel keys are for the for the prison area. So let's hike our way back to the prison. It's a bit of a long hike. Thanks. Normalcy quality. Yeah, I like to do voices. I like to do voices. It makes things different. Okay, Gorn Lancer's good. I can handle these. I don't know if anyone's better than Corn Lancers. And by the way, in case anyone wants to know who the leader of the Lancers is, it's Sir Lancelot. Okay. It should be pretty easy. I mean, we just have one group of Lancers. It's not like, you know... Yay, 15 javelins. Nope, sorry. Offer me a Rod of Sprites, Excalibur, Light Sword, or Cat o' Nine Tails, and we'll talk, okay? But until then, none of this petty junk. Okay, please do not poke the prisoners. Now, if I remember, so what I'm going to do is I am just going to use the Ring of Steel keys everywhere. I am just going to, okay, you notice that there it does not give us any warning about, you know, about faint movements. Okay, now it's interesting there may be faint movements, but it's funny when we open the thing, it's like they don't come out. You know, if you've got monsters in there and you open the gate, don't you think they'd come out and like attack? I mean, this makes no sense. Okay. And by the way, I think this is where DeFortae got. Now, the reason we did that, you notice that our ring of steel keys are gone. That means that we've used all of them. So we've used all of the rings of steel keys. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go over here. Okay. Ooh. See, we got Rackins. Oh, Rackin leaders. Ugh. Now, Rackin leaders, I'm trying to remember if they can cast spells. I'm not sure if they can. I don't think they can. But still, what we're going to do is good. We've got our buff on for... Okay, so let's go after the Ratkins. And DeFortae, let's have you do a Mind Flay. And Hellgraph, let's have you do a Nuclear Blast. Yay! That's pretty... Ooh, Donkey, you made a Bard level 23 Bard. Darn, I wish you'd have gotten a few more, but you're pretty good anyway. It's like, you know, all you need is intelligence, piety, and speed. Everything else is maxed out. Well, unless you... Okay, let's add shield. Wow. 9, so let's see. Let's do 5 for climbing and the rest in that. Your mapping is pretty good. I'm going to still put 1 in mapping just because, and 2 in mythology. Okay. Clumped in the corner you find several bags of stores, most likely food to fatten up the unlucky captives. Okay, so it looks like we have some bread rolls and some bananas. Okay. Okay, now we're gonna save 1. Okay. So here we go. Okay, so now we've done one of these rooms. We've only got 5 more to go. Okay, good. Okay, faint movements within the prison cell. Okay, we've got our magic screen on, so here we go. Okay, now we got lucky, because if you remember, this is actually what got DFortae. I think it was like dragon lizards, but I think he got very unlucky with the RNG. Luckily, we only have 3. Oh, good, we got a critical. And I can't believe they're not breathing. It's weird. It's like they're... It's like they're just doing melee. I mean, this was too easy. And it's not a complaint, okay? I'm not complaining that it was too easy. Okay, ooh. Gorn Lancers and Gorn Rangers. Okay, so I'm going to go after the I'm going to go after the Gorn Rangers big time. And I'm going to actually sleep them because they can be slept. So I'm going to Poet's Loot them. And they're also not super, they don't have a lot of hit points, so I'm not too worried about that. A donkey singing. Yep. Because again, I really don't care too much about the Lancers. I can handle them. There. It's the Rangers that I worry about. It's the Rangers that. And see, we actually kicked all their butts. Good, good, good. So let's put the Lancers to sleep. I want to welcome everyone in. Thank you for spending your Sunday evening to watch me have fun with Wizardry 7. Right now, I would say, in my opinion, my party is probably a little bit overpowered for this area. That being said, we're going to eventually get into a situation where it's not, where like we're going to be, you know, where we're actually going to be, or we're going to be the ones that are going to be, you know, where the challenge is going to be equal. In other words, it's like, it's not going to be, oh yeah, especially if we get to the Gars, oh boy. Watch out for the Gars. Ooh boy! Let's see, we've got fungus oozes, crawling wastes, fungus oozes, creeping cruds, crawling wastes. Oh great. Oh great, okay. Now. Sorry. Okay, so what we're gonna do, okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go after the crawling wastes, at least melee wise. Now, we're not going to do the allergies medication commercial. Now, if we look at our DFortae spells, you notice that Basilisk Eye is not bad, but it only affects one monster group. Here we've got 5. Now, we could use our typical Mind Flay, but my guess, and this is just my hunch, is that Mind Flay isn't going to work on a lot of these monsters. So what I'm going to just have... Okay. Let's see if there's anything... Because I don't really want to cast a single, a spell on a single you-know-what. Well, you know what, DeForte, I'm just going to have you. And Hellgraph, you're going to do Nuclear Blast. Or should you do Falling Stars? Let's try Falling Stars with Nuclear Blast as a backup. Okay, so far we're going through the Crawling Wastes. Now, there is one. I forget what the monster is. I don't know if it's Shadow Crest, and in the vanilla version of Wizardry 7, Shadow Crest could give you disease. Now that being said, considering this is the DFortae mod, okay, so we're going to press that button. That probably does something elsewhere. Now, considering this is the DFortae difficult mod, who knows what other monsters unexpectedly could cause disease? Like could hit you and or bite you and make you diseased. Okay, here we go. Let's go in. Let's go in. I'm not gonna rest yet. We still got the ooh, Trang. Okay, ooh. Now, one thing I remember about Trang, they are vulnerable to fire. They are vulnerable to fire. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to go after the Wilders. No, the Watchers. Okay, so we're going to do Psionic Fire on the Watchers, and then Hellgraph is going to do Nuclear Blasts on everyone else. As I said, the only one I really worry about are the Dane Initiates, because I don't know if any of these can cast spells. Watcher can cast spells. Okay, great. Yeah, the Initiates are just going to die like yesterday, like no tomorrow. Whoa. Well, I think one of the Garters did survive. Ooh, 2 of the Garters did. Well, let's guess what. Boy. Bye, yo. This should be pretty quick. I always like to look around just in case. Okay, so let's see. And by the way, I'm just gonna also, and as far as restaurants getting more expensive, you know, for the longest time, I was like, okay, the most reasonable was Texas Roadhouse. I hate to say it, they're starting to get close to that point where they're moving into the too expensive realm. So what I'm probably going to have to do if I want to go there, because I went there yesterday, I think what I'm going to have to do is go and take advantage of their like $11.99 early dine, because the cheapest I found was I think $13.99, and a lot of the chicken dishes which I get were like $14.99, which only maybe about 4 years ago they were like $10.99. So it's not a complaint, it's just an observation, you know, it's just observing. Okay, boar weevils and venom weevils. Well, the venom weevils I'm not worried about. The venom weevils, of course, venom weevils, remember, they are the lesser of two weevils. As I said, just feel free to check out the schedule. You know, the schedule I've put up. You know, I'm actually going to try to put up schedules, you know, at least about a week in advance, so you at least know what I'm doing. Nothing against these pop-up streams, but you know, I'm just trying to tell people, hey, this is when I'm going to. Because there's been times where I've been sporadic. Why are y'all picking on Sparkle? Okay, what we're going to do is everyone else is going to go after the venom weevils. The venom weevils are not that big of a deal. So far I haven't had any drop frame issues, which is a good thing. I actually looked into it, and the two things that I came up with were that I looked at my usage, and there were a couple programs that were really using a lot of like CPU space. And so I kind of like, okay, let's make sure that those are quit. I also shut down the computer before the stream. Ooh, 10. That way it has a chance to maybe refresh, because sometimes what happens if you have the computer on for a long time, like certain processes, they just keep building up and building up. And eventually they get to the point where, you know, where they're like overwhelming the system. Okay, there is an ad break coming up. I'm just letting you know that it's likely that I may be away for up to 5 minutes. I'm just saying, I'm not... Whoa, what is this? Okay. So what I'm saying is, once the ad break starts, I may not be back right away. Okay. Now. Okay. Looks like our ad break is over, so welcome back, everyone. Where we are is we are in the very last we are in the very last area. Okay? So this is the last alcove before we move on. Okay, let's go in here. We'll see what's in here. Okay, now, you see the exclamation point? That means at least one of these ratkin thieves is hiding. Smoke Poop is brought to you by insert sponsor, insert slogan. Oh, that's secondhand. That's actually funny sometimes, because what happens is like there's like a news story, you know, and they'll like try to get it out quickly, and so it'll like be a story about Walmart, and instead of you know, and they'll put like, you know, or like, you know, like you're just like a generic term, like, like maybe like politician or like firefighter, or, it's like Walmart associate, instead of giving the name now. Yeah. Okay, so now, normally this is no big deal, okay? Normally this fight, but I don't want it to take 10 years, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to still, I'm going to still do these spells. But I'm gonna do them lightly. I'm gonna do them somewhat lightly. Okay. So it looks like we didn't quite get rid of everyone, but I'm still not too upset. I want to get rid of the ratkin thieves because it looks like they can throw... looks like they can throw stuff that can poison you, and that's the last thing I want. Not that poison would be a big deal to us, but... Okay, good. Really, game? Now again, they have these CD bishops, and so I'm gonna tread a little bit carefully with them. We're gonna go after the men. Okay, good. We took care of them. Okay, oh yeah, we already pulled that. Okay, now, if you look here, you see that there's a thing going down. Now, we could take it, but there's actually one more thing that we can do here. One more thing that we can do here, and we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Okay, now, now if you notice, we can't get through here. We can't get through. There's a switch there. And unfortunately, we don't have telekinesis. If they gave us the spell telekinesis, then we'd be all set. But they didn't, those jerks. So what we have to do is, we have to sorry, somehow coax out the gorilla. Let's see, what do we have? Do we have anything that can maybe convince the gorilla to leave? Dragon map, nope. Solid monk meat. Oh yeah, that is definitely something that I'm gonna go for. Ooh, bunch of bananas. Yeah. So let's see if this works. Let's see. Okay, let's save it in case something cray happens. So we got a bunch of bananas. On seeing the batch of yellow dangling from the window, the playful chimp immediately jumps up and pulls the lever on the wall. The window slides back with a snap. The frenzied monkey leaps headfirst at the bananas, grabbing them from your hand and sailing on past you. Gangwaying out into the... Suddenly a band of passing Gorn calls out, "Hey, you! What's the big idea?" Sorry if your ears are shot, but... Okay, I don't know what though... Okay, well... Okay. Hey, DeForte. I'm doing great tonight. Okay, Donkey, let's... I'd say about an 8.1 hype. I'm still going. Let's see. Hope you're doing great too tonight. Let's give a shout out to DeFortae. Okay, most of you are likely following DeFortae. If you're not, go check him out big time. He does a lot of he does a lot of good stuff, a lot of good game reviews, and really plays some of the most challenging. How can I say this? He takes a game that seems simple and makes it like super challenging. Like right now he's doing an single character Iron Man Wizardry 8 run. That's crazy. I mean, I'm not complaining, but that's just like, wow. That's like, I mean, that's just incredible. Like pulling things in Galaxy. Okay, I'm actually gonna rest here a little bit. I'm gonna do my usual resting. I'm gonna do my resting. But yeah, DeFortae seems to be, I'd say, getting the hang of the Wizardry 8. So it's usually on in the evenings. Give DeFortae a follow. Following is free. Most important, you usually get a, notice I'm going to say usually, get a notification when DFortae goes live. Yeah, right now it's going pretty strong, I would say. I think I've got a good party here, but I think what's going to happen is we're going to get to the place where the rubber meets the road. And if oh, sorry, I'm blanking out on names today. And okay. And if I don't know if Wolfsight's CDN is still here, but I may even have a chance to show how to take care of this a secret to taking care of hordes of spectral ravens. Throne room. Okay, now you actually have a choice of which quest to do, because there's the throne room quest, and then there's the quest where you from one of the prison cells where you go down. I usually like to do this one first. Because what happens is when you go down the hole, it's kind of almost like a no return. In other words, what that means is, you're at a point where you really can't, where you're committed, and there's a few really difficult battles. So shadows dance upon the walls of the dark and gloomy cathedral, and emptiness pervades the chamber deep within every crevice. Faded tapestries, illuminated by the candlelight, depict scenes of warring tribes and victorious battles. And you glimmer that these represent eras of history now long past. Once this masterful stateroom was no doubt a bustle of activity, filled with endless politics and head rolling. Don't even get me started on politics. I'll tell you what, in about 10 days, once the election's over, I'll be happy. Decisions. Now, only the lone figures silhouetted upon the distant throne, somber, forlorn, staring out of pondering thoughts a million miles away, breaks through the depression which so clouds this desolate, desperate arena. Now, why I'm motioning the way I do is I usually like to, when I'm mapping, I usually like to map every square. That's just moi. As you can see there, I missed one. Uh-oh, Moody, you missed one. I have to go back and see what that is. Okay. Approaching the hunched and staring figure perched upon a throne of twine and bone, he gives no motion acknowledging your presence, but in a deep, gutting whisper begins to speak. So the gods have decided to put the old king out of misery at last, eh? Look now upon the soulful guise, but once it were not so. How the orchid blossoms have faded in the fields. Though my army still stands strong, their strength is but a shallow weakness, for their spirit is broken. And now they wage war upon themselves, having lost that fleeting essence which fuels the heart and makes possible all loves and desires. The vision of their destiny has been broken, shattered by the crushing presence of you who come from the stars. What grim irony that your visage now stands so mockingly before me. Shall you be the ghosts of my tormentors to haunt my dreams in the hereafter, or merely be you that come to put the sword in my heart and end this mortal suffering? I see it all now, so clear. Worlds within worlds, continually unfolding. The boundaries of time cross and overlapping as easily as one might step from the garden into the forests, like simple fish in the oceans flipping and darting, living out their days unaware of the unseen universes which lie in the sky above their heads, so near and yet so far. How likened unto every man that these galaxies swing in orbit around him, continually in his sight, and yet never seen nor glimpsed, save that small portion which leaks into his momentary vision and births 1,000 tales of miracles and divine conception. I pray you, grant this king these ramblings. Would that I could take the mind and thrust it upon you. But instead I'm forced to fling only the feeble stones of words. But tell me, strangers, what cause brings you this day? Now, I'm trying to remember whether it was on a scroll or if it was what the king told me. I'm just gonna look something up. I'm just gonna briefly check and see where it is. Okay, this is strange. Okay, so Captain Beauregard gave me the message. And the message is the D'Artagnan alliance is broken. Now, here you have to be very careful of the spelling, because even if you miss one letter, it's going to give you, what's this? The D'Artagnan alliance at end? Then the prophecy is indeed come. So be it. We shall all play our part as was foretold, and meet in the infernos of the hereafter. But perhaps there be slack enough for dangerous sport with the oracles in this. For who is to say that an end is not but a gateway to some new beginning? And the page is yet unread be but deliberately concealed. I think I see much mischief in the fates, and perhaps it might be too late to learn their game. But what say you? Be you willing to take a part? Yeah, sure. Then listen close and be quick. There be a sacred piece of parchment in my possession, and methinks more mischievous deeds it can do in your hands than mine own. I grant you, do as you will with it, for once the writings be done, it is then that we players may yet learn to depart from the script. In my bedchamber lies a secreted wall. Hurry there, and therein find the gate which fits this key. You will find inside what you seek. Go now, away. In me the seeds of new plans do quickly sprout, and methinks thou shalt find further sport amongst my own troops. Okay, not bad. Now, what this does, this actually... really, game? Seriously? Really? Okay, this must have been one of the ratkins that was hidden, so we'll finish it off. Really? Okay, let's go to our map person. Okay, let's see. Okay. I think if I remember, it's back this way. Really, game? I'm trying to make progress here, and yet all you just keep throwing encounters in my way. And annoying counters too. I mean, I've got 6 scorned spearmen. They're probably going to drop like a spear and something else, littering the floor even further, giving me useless junk. P.S. This is not just a DFortae mod. This also happens in the vanilla version too, so... Yeah, thank you. Giving me an armor which is useless probably improves the armor class by 3, and yet I've got stuff that improves it by 6, 8, 12, and also has... Okay, so this is the this is where we use the Let me check. Maybe I'm trying to think. Maybe I went the wrong way. Let me just check here. Okay. I don't think so. Okay, now, this is a good thing because now this actually now gives us another NPC. This gives us another NPC, which is good because now I mean, yeah, NPC hype. Personally, I'd rather nothing against King Orkogre, but I'll take Jasmine over King Orkogre any day. At least in Wizardry 7 or Wizardry 6. Now Wizardry 8, it's all about Sparkle. So, okay, let's see if this king has anything worth. Okay, so Ransor, Flamberge, Hunting Baselord, Bipenis, Bullwhip, Enchanted Longsword. I'll tell you, he's got a lot of really cool stuff. Quilt Tunic, Leather Curious, Leather Leggings, Solaray, Heater Shield. I think I like, because I've got some dual wielders and I like to keep them. Enchanted Katana. I may need to look some of these up because some of these have the potential maybe to become weapons, because Okay. Ad break, y'all, so BRB everyone. Okay. Okay, so I'm just letting you know that right now the stream is tentatively scheduled to end at the 2-hour and 40-minute mark. Keep in mind that I do reserve, notice I said scheduled, and I'm just going to say stream could be extended. But I think I would let that up to you, because I know some of you I know it's Sunday, so some of you may need to be in work, you know, so I may. Okay. I was here previously because I think that this is the way. I think this is the way that oh yeah. Oh yeah, this is. Well, I thought this was the way. Oh yeah, this is it. Okay, so Gixxer supposedly has the key of the Gorn King. Nice. And when I say stream could be extended, it could be we could have a raid. I may just feel like going longer, especially if we're at an exciting part, or or if I happen to get locked into a battle that's like 50, that's like the Magdadane battle, which lasts 25 minutes. Okay. Okay, so Bard, do your thing. Okay. Fireballs, good. I can deal with that. I can deal with fireballs. Opening the ancient chest, you wipe away the webs and find an old parchment sealed in wax. Carefully moving the wax, you determine that the parchment is only a single piece that has been cut from a larger map. You find no other companion pieces in the chest. Ooh la la! We find a parchment, a potion, a potion. Oh boy. So Gixxer, let's see. We're definitely taking the book. We're definitely taking the hat. We're definitely taking the wand. Sparkle's full. We're definitely taking the potions, because I don't know what they are, but they're probably useful. Let's see what we get. Let's see what we get. Parsh book. Book of Light Curing. A lot of people can use this. A lot of people can use this, so I'm gonna see. Okay. Ninja can't use it, so let's see. Lord can use it. Oh, wait a minute. We have to shuffle a few things around, but I think we'll be good. So Book of Light Curing. Sparkle cannot Purple doesn't have it, so and guess what? Sparkle now has it. Good job. Good job. So let's see. Wand. Wand of illness. This is interesting. I may have to look that up later. Potion. Oh! Resurrection potion. Never leave home without them. Especially Iron Man. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Whoa, cure disease. You know, Gixxer would have liked that. Yep. And I'm going to also shout out to tell DFortae. DFortae saying how we found a rare chest that does not contain garbage. Cure Stone. Now, normally I would merge them, but I'm not. Because especially with something like that, I like to have it spread around. I like to have it like spread around to like each of the characters. Or maybe a few characters. And so I want to see what characters have Cure Stone before I start, you know. Okay, we're going to save the parchment for last. Let's see what the hat is. Mitre ooh, wait a minute. Oh, crap. Only a bishop could use it. Oh, wait a minute. Wait just a minute. We have a bishop. Let's see what the bishop's wearing on his head. Bishop's wearing a mitre. So I'm going to bet you that a mitre de Sanct is much better. Invoke its special power. Nope. I don't know what it does, but okay. Now, characters are starting to get filled up a little bit, so maybe we need to start going through. Maybe we need to start selling stuff. Let's see. Yeah, we're Problem is, some of these things we really do need. Okay, let's check out the parchment. Now, if the parchment, if we get lucky and the parchment is what I'm hoping it is, I'm just going to warn you. Let's just say that Moody's going to go gaga, okay? So be prepared for some possible yelling and screaming. Temple, okay. Okay, not what I was hoping, but close enough. Okay, so now what it is time to do is it's time to now go for the, it's time to go for the, yeah. Okay, good. Let's see if we have any stuff that we can sell. No, that's the problem. You know, Gixxer has a lot of stuff, but it's useful. Oh yeah, salted monk meat. Okay, oh yeah, we're gonna accept, yeah, we're gonna get rid of our salted monk meat. Let's get rid of our monk innards. Okay, now, whenever an NPC says you need it, that means that it's a critical item. So, don't, you know, keep it. All pike, yep, definitely get rid of that. Bunch of bananas, I think we're done with those, so I'm going to just get rid of them. Okay, let's see what DFortae has. Anka fire, yeah, I know it gives fire resistance, but I think I found something better anyway. And DFortae has a bunch of scrolls, so when we get to a place where we can monsters are easy, we can actually maybe do some training. Let's get rid of the bunch of bananas. I'm gonna keep the bread rolls because they now the reason I always want to buy from the NPCs is sometimes what happens with the NPCs is sometimes they have one of the maps. And if they have one of the maps, that's a good thing. You know, you can buy it from them. Okay, oh yeah, so we have to go to the, okay, here we go again. Here we go with the NPC train. So the question you need to ask yourself is, how long before the NPC crosses the line into stalker territory? Okay, so here is the this. Okay, let's cast a hazard shield. The area is stinky and pungent. Judging by the foul deposits on the ground, could easily be mistaken for a sewer were it not for the lack of running water. Okay, so we've got 3 and 4 iguanodons. Hopefully these can be put to sleep. Okay, so again, we've got 4 iguanodons. All of them are asleep. Okay, yeah, I'm glad I could beat the NPCs to the temple map, so... I mean, actually, I've been lucky twice. I've actually beaten the NPCs to the dragon map, and I've beaten the NPCs to the temple map, so... Okay, now before I get moving too far, I need to do this. Magic screen. Let's do enchanted blade. And DFortae, let's do armor plate. Let's get our buffs going. Let's make sure, because I mean, okay, venom weevils, I'm not too worried about these, but still let's take them seriously. Okay, Gixxer detects something. We have a button there, so... Now, one trick you can use is the button may have released another, another passage. So what sometimes you can do, sometimes you can look on the map and see, hey, there's an extra passage. You know, which may indicate, hey, you know, there's... You know, okay. Okay, let's see what we've got. Okay, I'm just letting y'all know after this battle, the next battle is gonna be the last one. So just, but it's not this one. It's the one after this one. Well, DeFortae, I'm glad you could make it in. I understand you have to rest, so please get a good night's sleep, and I hope to see you stream. Hope to catch your stream tomorrow. I know I'm streaming a lot this coming week, so. Okay, now here is a ladder. Now normally I would go up the ladder, but the battle could be long. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to find a lesser battle to fight, and we'll call it a night. And I'll see if there's anyone out there to raid. You know, right now, okay, this is it. This is it. So after this, okay, I already got a raid target. Moving out here, prepping the soon-to-be belts, bags, and shoes. Okay, so we're gonna call it a night. Okay, and I want to thank everyone for tuning in. See you Monday. We're going to be doing tomorrow I'm going to be doing Ultima 4, so
but the flavor's still there when you smoke Montclair. Just enough in every puff makes every puff a pleasure. Smoke Montclair, new from the American Tobacco Company.
Cheers, lady. Thank you for the raid. I'm just going through my nightly Doom runs right now. I had a bit of extra time tonight, so I started early. I'm playing through a map pack called Marble Hill. How was the rest of your stream? How was Wizardry 7 going?